Why are people from India always trying to return things to get a better deal? We use their coupons or use coupons fraudulently, asked Tatiana White from Illinois. Similarly, Doug from Omaha, Nebraska asks, why do people from India haggle so much? Is there advice on how to deal with these people in a better way? From Y Forum, this is Dare to Ask. Pratichi, 18, and an Indian female from Pune, India, replied, India is poor, and people have always been taught to save as much as they can. Sam of Louisville, Texas, said, bartering not only hurts the business, it hurts employees and the CEO. Jatin, 32, an Indian male from Delhi, India, told us, in India, if you bargain, you might get a discount. Most shops here are small operations. Keep calm and tell them it is a fixed price. R, 41 and white from California, said, I am a manager in customer service. I believe it's cultural, but I can't stand them anyway, so I send subordinates to deal with them. Indian Anonymous from Connecticut replied to that saying, who wrote this is an ignorant jackass. If you haven't traveled the world to see how others live, it's your problem. Here's what we found. Gunjan Bagla, founder of India trade consultant Amrit Ventures, that's AMRITT.com, gave us the deal on all this. Folks in Asia, from Japan to the Mideast and in between, have built relationships based on negotiating for years, said Bagla, author of Doing Business in 21st Century India. Europeans and Americans are the ones doing it a more direct new way. Culturally, it's part of the conversation and is not considered rude. In fact, a quick transaction is thought cold. The commerce heritage of India, for example, isn't based on mass market retail stores, but on interacting with small shop owners, she said. That means conversing about value and price. There was always that tendency to want to figure out how one can stretch a buck. Some academics argue that decades of British rule led to impoverishment in India. Hence, individuals need to seek value at all turns. And research by the renowned Angus Maddison, professor emeritus of economics at the University of Groningen in the Netherlands until his death in 2010, shows India's share of world GDP dropped from 24% in 1700 to less than 3% by the time it gained its independence in 1947. Regarding coupon misuse, some Indians new to the States may see that as a proxy for the dialogue they're used to having with clerks, Bagla said. But folks who state that it's mostly Indians who abuse them may be seeing what they want to see. He noted aberrant behavior can get noticed more if it's from someone else and someone different from us. Bottom line, Indians generally seek deals at all levels, he said. Hard to argue that one when you consider that in 2006, rather than build a ship, the Indian Navy bought the 35-year-old USS Trenton from the United States for a song, $48.4 million. Dustin from Houston asked, what do others think about dating older women? I am intimidated about asking a particular woman out because I'm 23 and she's 38. Any suggestions? Jeff, 45, from Victoria, British Columbia, said, "It's a great idea. We're always hearing about how older men score young babes, so prove it works the other way too." Risa, 37, from Ellensburg, Washington, said, "Most women I know, myself included, hate the show-off kind. If you've known this woman a while and know her likes and dislikes, ask her to join you in an activity you both enjoy. A film festival or art gallery tour. Close to the end of the tour, film or whatever, ask her to join you for coffee or dinner. Don't push. If she's not interested, she will let you know." Rhonda O., 43, from Laurelton, New York, had this to say, "Sorry, Dustin, but unless a 38-year-old woman was looking for some hot sex with a young stud like you, she would not want to date you. I suspect you're interested in her for sex as well. What could you two possibly have in common other than sexual attraction? But take a chance. Just don't be hurt when she hits it and quits it. Women are just as good at doing that as men are." Here's what we found. Before she died, we had a chance to reach out to Ivana Trump, ex of the Donald, who was known for holding younger men in high esteem. And in her Oxygen Network reality special, Ivana Young Man, she counseled a well-to-do older woman who was pursued by 8 20-something studs. For better or worse, we went on the assumption that she was a bit of an expert in this area. And Ivana told us that the young questioner Dustin should, no, must, go there. "If you like this woman, then ask her out," she said. "She can only say yes, no, or even maybe. If she's terrific and open and happy with her life, she'll probably say yes and you both get a great evening out. Younger men and older women, or vice versa, are nothing new or controversial anymore. The most important fact of life is that we live it fully, daily, and with no regrets. You've got a long road ahead of you, so get rid of the fear and trepidation, and as Nike tells us, just do it." And doing it they are. AARP, the magazine, found that of 1,407 men and 2,094 women, age 40 to 69, that it surveyed, a third of the women who date are going out with younger men. Older women are dating younger men because there are fewer men at their age level at this time in their lives, said AARP's former senior research advisor, Xenia Montenegro, who is now a member of its volunteer executive council and helped prepare the referenced report. She said, "You have to expand your market. And it doesn't hurt that older women are taking better care of themselves, and that changing sexual mores mean baby boomer lasses can now hook up easier with Gen X or Y lads." See the Cougar Town show and other shows for reference. But it's not all about sex for older women. Montenegro said they wouldn't mind having it, but they have more of a need for companionship, for someone who respects them. For more on this groundbreaking cross-cultural Q&A project, visit youdaretoask.com.